Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. We are on Trial Mountain today. We're actually in the World Touring Cup 700 here, using the FT1 VGT. So, I have done a fair amount of racing in this car, but I have not done enough to really be super consistent or very good at it. But these past couple days I've been practicing this cup, and I haven't fully played the championship all the way through, but I got as many sessions in as I could, and so kind of sitting down for a 30-minute championship is a bit much. So I'm going to try to provide a little bit of commentary throughout some of this, not the entire 30 minutes though. I'd like to provide also the most sort of clean gameplay that I can put out. I also want some feedback too, because there is a lot of stuff that happens throughout these three races here that are very, very interesting. So just like that right there. Out of nowhere, this Corvette just pops up in front and brake checks. Like, this AI that is playing against me here, I set to maximum difficulty, and they are no joke, man. I don't know, they adjusted something, but I've not been used to really being rammed as much as I have been this championship was crazy. Sometimes the AI even tried to like push me off the road, and then the AI in front of me crashes pretty regularly too. So it's a very realistic AI experience. I guess it's way more realistic to the online thing. So I'm not doing these races to really get like a crazy amount of like great laps or anything, or really trim down lap times. I eventually do that, but some of this I'm doing just because I want to get a good amount of experience through these races and through some of this before I try to hop on anything online. I want to make sure I'm comfortable. And this little dip right here, that little dip straight off of that, man, that caused me some troubles when I was doing my practice laps. So I switched between a couple of cars when I was trying to do this. I think the car that I chose is probably the best bet for me. It's definitely the fastest one that I have for this, at least set up pretty well. But when I was doing my testing, I used the GT3, the Porsche GT3 RS, and for some reason it was going good, but I didn't have the build really like right, and the grip was really bad, and I was kind of just going all over the place. But when I would get to that little dip there, my wheel would just like spasm. So I think it would happen on any car here too, but for some reason, I don't know what that AI was doing, but for some reason though, when you get to that spot on this map, if you're going too fast, your wheel will definitely sort of twitch. So because when I did my testing in this car, I got that a couple times, and it's very difficult to recover from because it can throw your whole lap off. So just be cautious of that. You know, we're a little past like what, 3 years of this game's lifespan, so I would have assumed something like that would have been fixed, but it could be like, realistically, it could be related to a VR thing. Maybe I'm not sure how it works. I know it's the same game VR and same game on flat screen, but there is not many games that you play flat screen really well and then you can just switch to VR to. There's really only racing games that are really that good at it. So it makes sense if there's weird issues here and there for that kind of thing to happen. So on top of that, I'm not putting it past my own setup here. My own setup is a Moza R5 with the Resolution 1, and it's a really good setup for when it works, but you have to be patient. You have to be willing to troubleshoot probably once a month. It is just one of those things. This is a little dip I'm talking about, by the way. For some reason, right here when you hit that spot, if you're going just barely too fast at all, and it's not like your wheels lift off, because I've had that happen on other tracks. This is like an actual glitch that just kind of spasms out. I have had this thing happen once or twice before on high speed ring as well too. When you hit a certain speed at like a certain angle, the wheel just goes off. So, and that happened on my Logitech when I was initially getting into the sim racing. So definitely not a wheelbase thing for that. But anyways, I'm gonna kind of shut up now and let you just watch the rest of this race here. You'll see me throw my hands up sometimes. That's because some of these cars do some crazy things and I enjoy passing them. I get really into this. I try to zone out entirely and just focus on the road in front of me, and I think I get pretty good. I get some pretty clean passes and some really good overtakes, and I also get some really stupid things that I do that are just dumb. So Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll probably cut in every once in a while here and there just to provide some context, but I'm going to try to leave most of this gameplay unedited. So yeah, if you have any suggestions about things I should work on for my driving, just leave them in the comments down below. Try to be friendly, please. I'm still learning, but I really enjoy this. So thank you guys. Bye. Okay, so coming up, the headset is going to stop tracking properly, and so I'm going to speed up this little clip of me fixing that. Sorry about the interruption there. I think I might do it again later on, but yeah, it's just bound to happen sometimes. Haven't reset this headset in a while, so I think with regular setup it should be okay. But and like right here, I think it just stops tracking, and I get like stuck. Yep. All right, so let me just fast forward to this part. So what's happened is the wheel is directly in front of me, but when I reset my view, I was looking off to the left a little bit, and so my whole game is centered on the left of me now, which is why it looks like I'm peering over to the side a little bit. It's kind of that. So when I look that way, my character is straightened up with the wheel. If I look straight in front of me, which is the way it should be, I'd be looking to the right a little bit, and so I wouldn't see anything. So that's why this part of the footage is still going to be sped up for a while, but eventually I do correct it. I just don't want to cut out that much of the lap though, because it's tricky to race like that because you're off centered. But I still did race. I still had a lot of fun with that. So it's just unfortunate, but it's also what happens. There are more tracking issues that happen. I should have done a better job setting this up before I sat down to do all this racing, but I thought everything would just work. That was my fault. So enjoy me frantically troubleshooting for like 4 minutes. 4 minutes real time. It's like 30 seconds left, so don't worry. And at this point, I think I still have my view set off to the left a little bit too much too, so I should have fixed that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you, man. I had fun doing this race, and I did not want to bow out because of some technical issues. I just wanted to try to get it done. So, my bad, but I didn't want to have to look at that, man. That AI just pushes me straight off to the side, like right onto the bumps too, and so then it's just so bad. Anyways, this is how you reset the view, though. You just push a little pass-through button on the bottom, center up with what you need, and push it again, and then you're good. So there is one more issue that does arise because of all this. Biggest thing I can say is just reset up your headset before probably every race, to be honest with you, but just make sure it's set up and good before you start anything. The next issue that happens is, for some reason, the tracking gets a little weird, and I end up sitting kind of far back in the car, and so you'll see that on the next race, which is the Nürburgring. I'm kind of sitting up straight in my seat trying to peer over the hood of the car because it's got me sat so low. But it's still a very exciting race, and I had a great time doing it, so I promise to be quiet now, probably. Just enjoy the rest, guys. Thank you so much. All right, and as we come to an end and get into the final couple turns here, you can see I'm sitting as straight up as possible to make sure to see over and try to figure out the best possible way to end this. I think if I had done a lot better in the first couple turns of this race, I would have been able to catch up with the leaders quicker. But by the time I was able to like nicely secure third place, I just couldn't make it up there. There's still a chance, but it just doesn't happen. Although I'm very happy with my performance in this race. This is probably, I don't think it's my best lap, but it's definitely on par with one of my best laps. And there was a lot of mistakes still, like right here. Just go straight off into the grass because no problem. But so I think I've learned a lot doing this championship. I definitely want to give it a chance again and see if maybe I can build a car that works better for it. This was me kind of just throwing on a car that I know I like to drive and I know I have good experience with. So yep, so overall I ended up getting second in the championship with, I think it was a 28 points. And I made in total, like, I don't remember what the number is that I started with for money, but I end up making around I started at 436,000 credits, and I end up with around 700,000. So I made a pretty good amount of money doing that. And it was a good 30 minutes. It was really fun, very challenging for me, with a better car and better lap times and probably cleaner racing. I probably could definitely get a little upwards of 500,000 for that entire championship. And I think that's fun. Like I said, I don't want to continue doing the same Sardinia race over and over and over again because it maximizes credits. I want to get these cars, but I want to try to actually earn them. So unlike this spin here, which earns me a polish parts, which is absolutely irritating, because why is that even a reward? It's fine. You can see I'm pretty upset about that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love this style of video, and I'm definitely going to continue to improve at it, as well as my commentating skills of the races I'll try to work on too. So if you guys have any questions or any cool builds, or if you have any recommendations for how I can improve my racing, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.